Hello, hello, this is Cara. We are on letter O and day, is it 53 of the 100-day project? All right, so we're going to make an over the page tag, and I've seen this a couple places. I know Cori calls it the Tracy two sides. I've seen it over the page. So yeah, and we're going to combine the over the page with the idea I wanted to do with Cori's notebook and the letter O for orange, and use my orange palette. So a couple things for O. All right, so let me show you my little sample I made. So this would go, if we have our journal, it would go over a page like this, and then you would have one tag on one side and then the other tag on the other. On this side is the Cori idea, which she got from someone, I can't remember her name. So this will open up, and then back here is one of the notebooks we made for letter N. And then I just have a piece of ribbon here to tie this in a little knot. You can tie it in a bow. I just had a little scrap of ribbon, so mine's gonna be a little knot. And then on the other side, I have another tag, and it has a pocket, which I think might have accidentally unglued it. Oh man. Don't put your tags in until your project is all the way dry. Oh man, this might just be for show, this tag. Here we go. Whew. So then this one, we just have a pocket. You can do another notebook on this side, but I feel like it's the next page, so doing something a bit different is a good idea. You could do a hidden tag. There's lots of options. So that's my sample. And like I said, I wanted to use the orange for letter O. So let me show you what we have. One of the pages in the kit has these Tim Holtz style journaling cards, and I thought these would be great for the tags. So I printed mine on some matte photo paper. It's my first time doing that, I think, and man, it looks so nice. Yeah, it's much more vibrant. Very cool. I got this idea, the photo paper, from Crafty by Tony, and I mean, this looks nice, but this just, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I bought a box, I can link it below, which will last me forever. It comes in 11 by 17 pages, at least the one I bought, so you just have to cut it in half, and then you have even more. But it looks really nice. And it's thicker, so you don't have to back it. This is pretty nice. I am, just because I don't want the white. I even printed it with, which I kind of have been wanting to do, my little fussy cuts. I printed it on the photo paper, but yeah, it just looks great, great. Okay, so I have the ephemera, and I'm thinking that we could use the ephemera as the flippy parts, and then this is printed on my just regular 28-pound copy paper, and I'm going to back this with this. All right, so I'm just going to get out my glue stick and back two of them. So pick the two tags you want to use. I like this flower. I mean, I like this one, but I think this flower just pops. All right, so I'm going to go do that, and I'll be back. Okay, I just realized that we want to hold off on putting the backing, I already glued it, took it off, until we attach our flaps. I think it'll just be easier that way. So let's do that really quick. And for the flaps, I'm just going to use a scrap that I cut off for the backing. You could use washi, fabric, you know, all those good things. But I'm going to use a piece of this for the one and then another one. And I'm using these two pieces of ephemera from the kit. I think this will look cute when it opens up. So I'm going to take this scrap, fold it in half, And I'm going to glue it to the back of this piece of ephemera. If you want, well, you could also then back this piece since it's going to fold open. So I guess we could do that too. All right, so I am going to glue this on. Try and get my, I want the bendy part to go just a little bit out from the edge of the ephemera. Like that. Okay, and then we'll do the same thing on this side. Just like that. Okay, so then this will flip out this way and this will flip this way. Like that on here, on the card. Orange gingham scrap, which will be perfect, and we'll back these with that. I'll be right back. So I backed them with the gingham, did my inking, and I have my piece that I'm going to glue them to. So I'm going to attach both of the flaps to the back. You can use double-sided tape. You can use glue, glue stick, whatever you want to do. And then I'm going to put this back on. Turn it around. Make sure we're gluing it right side up. Now, I would have preferred to do this part with my full sheet so that if I messed up gluing it back on, it would have been easy just to trim it all together. But I can also just trim this like that. Okay, so now we have our little flip. And let's ink the white parts. There we go. And now I need to look for little notepads from yesterday, see which one will work. And this one would be perfect. It's even orange. Well, look at there. Look at there. That's perfect. I think I'm going to use double-sided tape to stick this on. Again, it's really nice to do some compartmental making and then have a bunch of things, and then you can, on a different day, turn that into something else. It's kind of fun. All right, that looks good. And I'm going to rip some of these bottoms at different lengths just because. Maybe it's not quite that way, but there we go. Okay. A little more jagged than I was thinking. But it's kind of, there we go. Okay. We need our closures. Whoops. I'm going to get my crocodile and I'm going to poke a hole on this one. And then I have a scrap piece of orange ribbon, which I think will be good. I'm going to take this scrap and cut it in half, and then put one half through the eyelet, and just tie a knot. Make sure it doesn't go through. And then I'm going to take this other piece. This would have also been good, Cara, to glue under there. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. So I think, I think I'm just gonna tape it. I have a piece of packing tape here. I'm just gonna tape it on because I don't think you're really gonna see it. You could, you know, disguise it just in case you do. How about that? This looks good. There's always a way to fix it. Alright, so put this one like that. And then how about we put that one up there? Well, it looks like we meant to do it. Okay. I actually want this to go a little bit higher. There we go. Okay. And then this will come around and tie a bow. Oops, wrong one. And there we are. That is cute. And then you do this, open it up. There's your little note. You could decorate this with anything, etc. Right? Okay, so now we have our one side of our tag. And now let's work on the other tag. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Here we have the other tag, and we want this to be, it could be, you can have it as a side tuck, or we could even use these, and then it could be a double tuck. That might be fun. Kind of hide the flower though, or we could make it like the other one and have this a tuck. So what do we think? The other thing I just thought we could do is we could take the other tag and that we could cut in half, and then that could be, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to take this, I'm just going to cut off some of the bottom, and then this can now become the pocket for this one. Of course, sewing these would make them look super cute. Alright. Do we want more of our flower showing? Let me see. Maybe we cut a little bit more off. There we go. Glue the bottom three sides, and I'm going to try and get close to that edge. Just like that. I'll stick this on. Okay. That would be cute right there. Then you could have a double place for tickets, a place for a tag. Or I have some ephemera that I cut out. Let's see. Mini version of that. Kind of like that butterfly, like that. So let's let's ink this up. Words are hard. And I'll glue this on. Just like that. And let's see, it might be something fun from my orange bits. Oh, this is pretty. We also have this piece. Let's see. I'm going to glue this on here. And then I'm going to glue that like that. Trim this off. Okay, a little more glue right here. A little more glue here. Okay, cute. And then the last thing, you could take a fabric scrap, you could take, I'm gonna take a whale tail, whatever you want to attach the tops of these two tags. You could even take like a bit of lace. That would work. Fabric would work. I have this punched out, so I think I'm going to use that. And glue, and you just need glue on the bottom half. This one actually looks like it's going to go on over our note pad, just like that. Okay, and then we can check it out. Oops, need to give it a minute. And what if we add some decoration on the inside? Could even add another little pocket. That would be kind of cute. I'm gonna add that flower, or how about this one? Yeah, to the bottom of the notepad. And there we are. That is cute. Here we are. It opens. Oops. How cute. Our little notepad. And then we can tie it back up. Make a little bow. And flip it over. Oh, and we need a tag. I'm going to just use this one for now. This one has white on the other side, but here we are. Cute. Cute. I think I might attach one of the sides to have a little side tuck. That's what I think I would. But cute, really fun. Okay, so for letter O, we have an orange over the page tag with a notepad. Yay! All right, come on back. What is tomorrow? Day 53 and letter P. Okay, I hope you have a wonderfully crafty day, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.